Yo guys, it's boy MKS and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm here today with the first race of the My Team series in Australia, Melbourne Park. Before we get into it, like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. Recently, I've gained a few subscribers and yo, it's really good. We're pretty close to 80, so let's keep pushing. Tell your friends to subscribe. Tell your mum and your dad to subscribe. Tell your aunties to subscribe. Just tell everyone you know to subscribe to the channel. Just tell everyone. Anyway, let's get into it. So I've already played this through, and I'm just gonna do a little commentary over it. You can see cinematics. Look at me in the car though. Boy. Anyway, enough of that. So yeah, we had practice, but no one really cares about practice. It's very long, so I just cut that out. It's just going to show you the qualifying and the race. So here we go into one-shot qualifying, only one lap. So you just got to go for it, just got to fully send it. As you can see, I'll start falling back into 18th. The power's not there, but into turn 1 and turn 2, I've nailed it. P3, P4, P6. P6 ain't too bad, to be honest. I shouldn't be anywhere near there, but it is what it is. I've dropped back a bit into the corner, and it's P2. Pretty strong, I can't lie. There are some audio problems. I'm not too sure about it, but I'll try and fix it for next time. P5, which isn't too bad. Go into the corner. Lewis Hamilton is leading because he's the greatest of all time, as you would expect. You can see, I feel like on the straights, I kind of lose speed. I don't know whether, obviously, I haven't got the fastest engine. I've got the Honda engine, so not the best, but I do feel like on straights, anytime I drive on the circuit, I do tend to lose time. And you can see, cut a corner as you normally do. It's normal stuff. I open up the Doris, still holding P7 though, which is pretty encouraging. Now it either says I'm really good at this track, or the difficulty is too low. Now I think the difficulty was set up to 81, I think. So it's pretty high, but I might have to increase it depending on how it goes in the race. Go around the final corner, open up the Doris, and it looks like we're going to hold P8. And there it is, P8 confirmed. Jeff, got anything to say? Oh wow, okay. Yeah, Jeff had nothing to say. A new team on the block to get P8 in the first qualifying, that's not great. There's actually a hold of P8, 1.5 seconds off the pace, which to be honest is way too good for the car I have. And yeah, it's obviously Lewis Hamilton, the greatest of all time. There's always P1, man. It's just Lewis Hamilton, man. Like, he's just too sick. And Nick De Vries came P20, so I was pretty far ahead of him.
Let's have your thoughts.
This person's up. I don't like them.
It's been a great qualifying session for you. Are you going to carry that momentum into
That's an okay question. You can ask me that. I'm fine with that. Ask me about how my day went, how the drive felt. Well, what else you got to say for yourself?
You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling?
You see what I mean when I say they're up? But thank you. I don't know what you're talking about, fam. About scrapes what wall? I didn't scrape no wall. Did I scrape a wall? Let me know in the comments. I didn't scrape no walls. Anyway, enough of that. I hand you over to Crofty and them man there to introduce the race, innit?
It's finally time once again to begin what promises to be another thrilling season of Formula One action. Pre-season times, subject of so much discussion in recent weeks, mean nothing now, as the cars line up to battle it out for points once again. So let's get this season underway. Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. Just south of Melbourne's downtown business centre is the one and only Albert Park circuit. 3.3 miles of public roads, closed for the weekend of course, make for a bumpy circuit with little undulation. There are 16 corners around the lake and a couple of good passing opportunities here as well, thanks in part to the DRS zones into turns 1, 3 and 13. Can Mercedes start with victory in their bid to win a 7th consecutive Constructors' title? Could Ferrari or Red Bull establish an advantage early on? And with 22 cars on the grid, how quickly can the new team find their footing? Well, it's great to be back, Anthony Davidson. We've got a lot to talk about this year.
That's right, Crofty. It felt like a long winter, but it's good to finally be back. I have to think the usual suspects will battle it out at the front, but there are always going to be some teething problems early on in the season, so whoever can keep on top of their issues will have the advantage today.
As I mentioned earlier, we're up to 11 teams this season, with a new entry run by, well, of all things, an owner-driver. That's something we haven't seen in this sport since Hector Abac over 4 decades ago. So how are they looking so far?
It's hard to imagine how a small operation like that could survive in the ruthless world of Formula One. And yet here they are, first ever race looking surprisingly strong. But there are no points for qualifying. Let's see how they fare in the Grand Prix proper.
Okay, hope you enjoyed the introduction by Crofty and N.E.M there. You can see I'm looking at the pit strategy. Looks like I'm around pit 6 with lap 6, which seems pretty early. Don't know why so early. It is pretty early time to box. Normally you'd be around lap 7 or lap 8, but I guess it's lap 6 we're going. See the little start up. And it's lights out, away we go. I'm pushing the car. I try to overtake Ricardo, but no space was there. I'm trying to push the car, but it seems like Kvyat has got past me. And give him a little spud, and he does still manage to get past me. I lose a place to Perez, and yeah, great start. Wait, is that Carlos? Carlos, is he making a move? Yep, Carlos has made a move as well. He's got past me. Terrible start. Started from P8 down to P11, so the greatest of starts. Coming to the corner, fully send it. I've gained a lot of time on Carlos. I'm gonna make a move here. No damage to front wing. Flashback. Ignore that. That didn't happen. We go again. I'm around the corner. Very slow this time. I'm not gaining on Carlos here. Lando behind me is starting to push, but he's still outside of a second. So if I come into DRS and he's still within that time, no Doris for him. He stays behind. I'm trying to use up the DRS just to gain on Carlos, but yo, like I said, trailers a struggle that for me. I had to move out the way because I was braking way too late there. And had I not moved out the way, front wing, gone. I won't have it anymore. Anyway, he's not going to reach on the overtake. The DRS is running very quick though. I can't lie to you. You might need to work on that in the R&D. Don't know why I'm opening up that menu. I'll throw you off in. And look how much I brake for that corner. What was I thinking? And now, bro, if you look at it, Lando is literally 3/10 behind me. That's terrible. Obviously, with a car that's pretty slow on the grid as well. He's likely to overtake me, I can't lie to you. Lewis Hamilton fastest lap, as you know, he's the greatest of all time. And if you don't think Lewis is a good driver, then there's just something wrong with you, man. Like, come on, like. Anyway, enough of that. Let me focus on the race. Coming into this straight section here, Lando's trying to make a move. I've taken the inside, he's on the outside. Brake. And I just about nudge him out the corner. As you can know, African driving. The man don't know, but in fact, you will see it soon. We've got a Roast Group No Rules series coming through soon, and you will definitely see the full effects of African driving. Anyway, we're going to a little bit of a sped up version, and yeah, I really was trying to gain on Carlos, but I'm just not good at this circuit, man. Australia's definitely one of my weaker circuits, which is surprising because everyone seems to be good at Australia but me. I don't know why. But there, Lewis sets another fastest lap. I'm burning up my ERS and rich mix, which isn't really good because I'm pushing the engine a bit too much. Use a bit of a flashback. I was desperately trying to gain on Carlos and get rid of the DRS, but as you can see, getting the DRS. Why? Because I wasn't within a second and the detection. So I'm geeking out right now. I'm roaring you. I know. But I just have to say these things to keep it going. Like, it'll just be sad. You're just hearing like. Unless you're 30, like, I can be quiet. Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I'm still outside of half a second of Carlos ahead. Lando's dropped to a second behind me, which is pretty good. Okay, no, he's within a second. Terrible corner there for me. And we come into lap 6. Nothing was really happening. I think Lando did go into box, but yeah. No, I'm not trying to burn out my engine. No, thank you, sir. Anyway, we're going to the pits. As you can see, Raikkonen was on me, Giovinazzi was on me. All the men were on me still. Now you can see, look, he didn't even box, he dropped back. Mandem just overtaken. Nick De Vries overtaken. Russell, Latifi. I don't know. Yeah. When you play this, if you've played F1 2020, played my team or driver career, you know how jarring it is. 3.1 seconds for a box though, that's long. I don't know what's going on. Mandem, we need to change the tires a bit faster. You might appreciate it. That's too slow. Anyway, we caught up with the rest of the pack around lap 8. And yeah, I'm getting on Perez, who's still ahead of me, and I thought maybe I'd made up the position. When you look at the mini-map, you can see there's a McLaren ahead. That's Carlos, so Carlos is making moves. In my opinion, Carlos is a great driver. As you can see, Nick De Vries has entered the pits. I'm within the Doris. Now I'm going to push it. I'm going to push past. And I make it into P11. So position hasn't actually changed at all. I'm in the same position I was before I boxed. Come out in the same position. No moves have really been made. That should be closer. Should be much closer. Anyway, I'll move up into P10 because Valtteri Bottas had a mechanical issue, and you can see Nick De Vries is out. I tried to talk to pit crew to see what's going on, and look. How's it gonna help? I want to see why he's out, not where he is. Anyway, enough of that. So yeah, I think during this lap, you will see Nick De Vries parked to the side. You can see I'm hammering my left tyre for some reason. They're getting hammered. If you look to the right, you see him. There he is, Nick De Vries. Just chilling, just coaching on the side, catching a vibe for homies. And then yeah, nothing else really happened in the race. Lewis Hamilton, the greatest driver of all time, won. Yeah, let me say this though, but me and Hamilton are boys though, I'm not gonna lie to you, we're both from the same parents. Like, yo, we're boys. I went to school with that guy, fam. You shouldn't chat that much, cause he's a lot older than me, so we don't chat too much. But yeah, as we come through the last two corners, this corner I hate it. It's so jarring and so slow. And Giovinazzi was trying to make a move on me, but nah, we're not doing that African driving. There's no space. And as we come across the line, P10. Now in your first race, in a car that's not meant to be good, P10 is overachieving. I overachieved. I shouldn't have come here still. Pierre Gasly got driver of the day. And yeah. It's a solid race from me.
A great race then, and a fantastic victory here at Albert Park. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the
Look at the goal, man.
celebration.
Just look at Lewis, man. He's just too sick, man. Like, it's not even his fault. He's just good, man. It's a gift from God. That's why it's so good. Yeah, in my opinion, I felt like the race was okay on my part. I did overachieve, so I'm probably gonna have to crank up the difficulty a little bit. I shouldn't be there. I should be at the back of the pack doing that midfield battle.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. After an incredible performance, Lewis Hamilton secures the top
Just to
spot
go.
of the Drivers'
How can you clean the max
Championship?
points
Now,
you
let's
can?
discuss
Man said
who
first
you say
and
is a
fastest lap.
contender for
Name
driver
another
of
driver
the
that does
year
that, man.
who
They
joined
don't
us,
do
and
that,
we'll
man. They don't
see
come
for the
like
next
that no more, bro. Lewis is too sick. Anyway, we're P8 in the Constructors' Championship, which is pretty
That was
good.
an exciting race from my perspective. Let's have yours.
This person's a setup. I don't like them. What are you gonna ask me?
You really looked in control of your car out there. Your team must be
Of
thrilled.
course. What did I even select? Yeah. Pick up the fans.
It wasn't the cleanest race today.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean? Trying to set me up. Little achievement there. Now you can see the claim has gone up. My claim, I'm catching Nick De Vries. Team acclaim is still level 1, so we need to work on that. Oh no, it's level 2. Safety. It's level 2. Yeah, a little damage induction. Little 2-2 front wings are lost during practice. We don't talk about that. And yeah, we're on 500k. Now, with regards to upgrades, they recommended the chassis upgrades, so I was like, fine. 40% chance of failure though is very, very, very low. I don't like that. It's actually too high, so yeah, and that's all there is. And yeah, you see that's all there is. That's the end of the video. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you have any suggestions as to how I can improve my car or how I can make this video better for you, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe because we're so close to 18. Let's keep on pushing. Anyway, enough of all that. It's been your boy MKS. Now catch you at the next race in Bahrain. Safe.